Next
Number
up for
20.
New York, Peter Alonso. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Standing in, Jed Lowry. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
The 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. The 2-2 one more time. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side
Ladies
is
and gentlemen,
retired.
please join
Mets go
us
down
for the
1-2 with
traditional
3.
seventh
They
inning
trail
stretch.
here 4-0. Here's Didi Gregorius. He comes in
Leading
0
off
for 2
for
thus
the
far.
Yankees, the shortstop,
Here's the
Didi
first pitch to him.
Gregorius.
Ball and no strikes. Fly ball into straightaway left. Cespedes comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Up next for the Yankees,
One gone here in the Yankees
the first
7th.
baseman.
And up next, the power bat of Luke Voigt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Cespedes. 2 gone.
Now batting, second
So
baseman,
back to the top of the Yankee
Gleyber.
order. Digging in, Torres. Past matchups against Seth Lugo. He's gone 2 for 5. High in the air out to center field. Broxton is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. So striding forward now, Keon Broxton. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100.
Man, I love this right now. He's given it everything he has, given this team depth, allowing the manager to pick some serious matchups when it comes to going to the bullpen, Dan.
Boy, you nailed that, D-Road. Now you can go to your go-to guys, the troubleshooters, the guy you want to bring into close games. Anytime a starter can get you through 7 innings, the 8th inning, it's a bonus. A job well done so far.
So he sets him down swinging. Keon Broxton goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning. Fastball in there for a called strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Pitch is popped up. Here's Lamb to make the catch now, and there are 2 away.
The right
so
fielder,
striding in, Brandon Nimmo. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets.
And he will get there to make the running play, and will end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 4-0. To the plate now is the
Leading off
designated hitter
for the
Miguel
Yankees,
Andujar. He'll get
the
things started
designated
now
hitter,
in the bottom of inning number
Miguel
8. And not the
Andujar.
greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
The right fielder, number
Hey, some guys
99.
can handle the postseason
Aaron
lights, and this is obviously one of them.
Judge.
Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
This is line to left. Cespedes is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter,
Ready for another shot
left
now.
fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo
It was a flyout for him in his last
Stanton.
trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
0-1 count and the pitch. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
And he pops him up here on 0-2 as this is drifting toward the right side of the infield.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher,
Now batting,
Gary
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these...
Ouch, that one hit him.
Well, the good news is this guy can really
Up
dial
next
it up
for the
and let it
Yankees,
fly. The
the
bad
third
news is
baseman,
sometimes he
Jay
overthrows it and has absolutely
Lamb.
no idea where it's going. He's in a little bit of a trouble, so we'll see if he can work his way out of this.
From the belt, kicks and deals. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
The 1-1. Skied into very shallow right. Nimmo is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Ready now, Wilson Ramos.
Leading off for the Mets,
First pitch of the at-bat.
the catcher, number 40, Wilson
Here we go with inning number
Ramos.
9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. One and one the count now. Line drive to center field. Hicks is there. Run away.
Now batting, designated
Next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Michael
Conforto.
Conforto. It was a walk in his last trip. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
So he ran the fastball by him for the
left
punch out.
field.
Michael Conforto is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Some important two-out success as Robinson Cano will bat next.
The third baseman, number 24.
Stepping in, Robinson Cano. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Line drive to center field. Hicks is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. So first blood has been drawn in this World Series. And guys, what have we learned?
Well, in terms of what shape this series is going to take, that really rides on the Game 2 result. If they can do it again tomorrow and go up 2-0, they'll become heavy favorites to raise the trophy. But we could also be heading into Game 3 at a new venue, even at 1 apiece. So really, we'll know a lot more after Game 2.
So the Yankees talked to our own Heidi Watney before the game. Heidi, what's the state of this team headed into this upcoming Game 2?
Matt, there's no doubt they're riding high after coming out on top in Game 1, but that doesn't have these players or coaches feeling more at ease about this game or the rest of the series. Sure, it's nice to get the first of 4 wins out of the way, but many players told me they have to bring the same level of focus, intensity, and execution with them into Game 2, especially since their opponent is going to be even hungrier for a win here tonight.
Leading off with the Mets.
Now to the plate, the Mets DH, Brandon Nimmo. He singled his last time up. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out. This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sense.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The catcher, number 4.
One away now for the Mets in the 6th, and next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And the pitch. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2 balls and a strike to count. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. 2-2 to the Mets catcher.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, right
Now's
fielder.
the plate, Michael Conforto. The head-to-head with James Paxton. He's gone 2 for 6. That finds the zone, a called strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Leaps, and he made the catch. He took one out of the stands. Santa Maria. Another look here as he goes up and over the wall to take away a home run. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.